Hi everyone, it's the Comic Fan Man here coming at you with another video, and in today's video we're going to have a very special unboxing because I was able to get from AliExpress the Premium DNA Earthworm Jim figure. And I got the regular figure, I was able to get the Big Bad Toys exclusive figure, and I was able to get the head pack. All for the price of a little less than one figure, because Premium DNA and Big Bad Toys had each of these figures retailing at about $55 to $60, and I was able to get all three of these packs for about 53 bucks. And there is a story behind it, apparently. I don't exactly know which one it is, but after watching a couple of YouTube videos, there is one story, which is, I guess, Premium DNA's official story, that these figures were actually rejected due to quality control issues. And but there is also another story out there where these were actually the figures, that they were not quality control issue figures, that these were actually the figures, but that Premium DNA didn't pay for the warehouse space or whatever, or forgot to pay the warehouse rent. So the warehouse actually took all of these and sold it all to the distributors. And that's how they got on AliExpress for so cheap. And you know, it's a really weird, awkward situation. However, this is one of those situations where the consumer actually won, simply because of whatever mismanagement or whatever happened on the other end of this line. I also, while I was at it, I was able to get these Playmate figures from eBay, like dirt cheap. You know, I got Major Mucus, Princess What's Her Name. I got an Earthworm Jim body without the head, and I got a Psycho figure here. The reason I got the Earthworm Jim Playmates body without the head is because with the head it was $50. I found this, just the body alone, for $7. So I figured, since I was gonna have the head pack anyway, I figured I'll rig something up and I'll use one of those heads for this body, and we'll see how it goes. All right, so with all that out of the way, let's crack these open. Okay, so if y'all remember this is my bootleg Doomslayer that I also got from AliExpress. But as you can see, it does not say Figma anywhere. The bottom does not have the legal jargon that the Figma figure had. It just has the name of the style, but it doesn't even say Doomslayer or none of that. Now, if you look at the Earthworm Jim boxes, taking a look here, it has the Premium DNA logo. This one apparently was the Big Bad Toy Store exclusive, and somehow that got out. And then you see this has the legal jargon. Let's look at the bigger one, because this one actually has the whole thing. So you see this one actually has the legal jargon from the Premium DNA logo. Groovy on the box.
Groovy!
Little animation pixel. Earthworm Jim, Groovy on the back. And this is where he starts flexing his muscles. And on the Big Bad Toy Store, when he flexes his muscles, this is where his pixel drops his pants. And he's in shock. So the Premium DNA, the Big Bad Toy Store one is that one. But in the meantime, let's open up Big Earthworm Jim. As you can see, this is a slide cover just like Super 7 does. And that's great. Let's take a look. This is the figure on the inside, Earthworm Jim with Snot. And as you can see, he looks really, really good. On the side panel, you have the other figures in the line. Professor Monkey for a head, Psychro, and Bob the Killer Goldfish with number 4. On the back, everything that he comes with. The gorgeous swappable heads, useful backpack, many hands make light work. Earthworm Jim, the main worm himself. His trusty blaster. This is Action Snot when he's swinging. Lazy Snot when he's just chilling in the backpack. And Just Snot when he's just hanging out. And on the side here, nice little piece of art with his write-up. So let's take a look at what it says. Once a common earthworm living a peaceful life somewhere in the southern United States, Jim's life was forever changed when suddenly from the sky he was hit with the ultra high-tech indestructible super space cyber suit created by Professor Monkey for a head for the evil Queen Slug for a butt. With his newfound powers, Jim traveled across the galaxy, battling evil foes in his quest to rescue the beautiful princess, what's her name, from the evil clutches of Psychro. WOOOOAAH Nelly! One of his favorite phrases in the game.
WOOOOOAAH NELLY! GROOVY!
The game was actually one of my favorites from when I was younger. Now, I was no longer a kid in the 90s. In the 90s, I was working. And this came out in 94, I believe. For the Sega Genesis is the one that I had. Let's take a look at this other pack here. This is the Earthworm Jim head pack. This is, and it has the worm body in it. Again, the sides. Again, little write-up. Same write-up. But look at the heads that it comes with. This is really cool. This is the Groovy head. This is the Oh Yeah head.
Oh yeah!
This is the Ow! This is when the suit, when your health runs down to 0, the suit blows up from the inside, and this is all that's left of Jim. It's really, really funny. This is Jim screaming out, Plasma!
Plasma!
This is the Cheater. That's the face that you see Earthworm Jim when you put in the cheat codes. And you go into the secret section of the game. And Earthworm Jim's face is in the middle of a bunch of developer faces. And that's what he looks like.
Cheater!
And then this is the wee doggy face.
Wee doggy!
The Earthworm Jim body. Really, really cool. I love this game. This game was super silly, super action-packed, and just on point with everything that it wanted to do. And it's unfortunate they haven't been able to recreate that magic since. But hopefully one day we'll get a proper new Earthworm Jim game. All right. And then this is the Big Bad Toy Exclusive Earthworm Jim. And again, got this all from AliExpress. Same write-up here, but the artwork is him losing his pants, which is really great. I might actually just cut out these side panels and frame it. Oh! There's a little cow. That's funny. That's the cow that you launch at the beginning of the first game. And here you go. Earthworm Jim showing off his shiny robotic legs. And an Earthworm Jim wardrobe malfunction. Just like Janet Jackson. And comes with the trusty blaster. He's a oh no face. All of his hands and his useful backpack. But yeah, look at that. That looks great. All right, so we're gonna open all of these up and put them together and see what we got. All right, so here we are. All the Earthworm Jims with all of their accessories. This is fantastic. Now, before we get into this, just so that you know, all of the packages come with this as a backdrop. It's shiny. Unfortunately, I wish it would have been a matte finish. But if I remember correctly from the game, I believe this is the stage with Peter Puppy, the one that you have to get him to his doghouse by the end of the game. Excuse me, by the end of the stage. And you use your head as a whip to get him across the platform. And if you miss, Peter Puppy becomes the Hulk and destroys you. So that's where that comes from, and that's in all of the packages. All of the backgrounds are exactly the same. All right, let's take a look at all of these Earthworm Jims. First, we're going to take a look at the worm pack. Okay, so the worm pack, the worm can stand, but you do have to kind of make sure you tilt his head a certain way, because if you try to keep him straight, he will fall over. But if you balance the head back a little bit, it definitely does stand perfectly. But as you can see with the paint washes that they did on this, it looks fantastic. He's got gradient. He's got a nice look where the paint is highlighting all of his segmented worm parts. Really, really cool. And all of the heads are painted really, really well. There are no defects on here at all. So yeah, this is definitely not a knockoff. This is not knockoff quality. I'm pretty sure these are the figures as they would be finished. You know, it all looks very clean, very nice. So, and it's got a matte finish to the figures, so that's really great. This one is definitely this one here is definitely one of my favorites. I love this. When I saw this, I was cracking up, so I'm glad to have this. I'll definitely be using this head on the suit a few times. And here we go with the Big Bad Toy exclusive. First things first, Earthworm Jim comes with all of these very expressive hands. Very nice. Again, all a matte finish and done really well. These pegs are very, very small though on the hands, but it does hold, as you can see. And this head, when his eyes explode because his pants drop, this is great. I love this look. This is amazing. Really, really happy to have this. And here is the Big Bad Toys exclusive figure himself, Earthworm Jim. Really good. Turns side to side. He does have articulation in the knees and the feet and the legs. But obviously this is this figure is just kind of meant to like stand there. You know, he's caught in a very awkward situation. But it's very cool. And his backpack does open, so you can put one of the Snot backpacks in there. So that's really cool. And this face, again, look at the detail that they did on this. The paint job is really very nice, very clean. I had no real problems on any of these figures. So I love this. I love his satin shorts. That's really cool. They gave it an iridescent finish to make it look like satin. Very cool. Loving that. All right, now let's take a look at the Earthworm Jim himself, the official figure of the line. Now first, let's talk about these extra heads that it comes with, because a lot of people think that the heads pack and these heads are exactly the same. They are not. This is the angry version of the head pack. This is the one that comes with the figure. He's got that evil side eye looking at you. But as you can see, they are different. They're not the same angry face. This is the one he comes with. This is from the head pack. And then he's also got an extra smiling face. So again, this is the head pack one, and this is the one that he comes with. As you can see, the eyes are different. And the way he's looking at you is different. Again, this is the one that he comes with. This is the one that's in the head pack. Very similar looking, but very, very much different figures. I really loved the Earthworm Jim game because he was so expressive and he did so many things. It was just a game ahead of its time, really. And it's unfortunate they haven't been able to recreate it. They haven't been able to recreate the success of it since Earthworm Jim 2. Once video games went to 3D, the platforming, I guess, kind of got stumped and they could not figure it out. And he comes with these, the figure again comes with these extra expressive hands. Really cool. And as you can see, I put the gun in his hand already. It's the same exact gun that's comes with this one. This is exactly the same gun as that. But here, let's take a look at Earthworm Jim himself. And again, you know, the face looks very similar to this face. But as you can see, the head tilts are ever so slightly different. And the lips, this one's going this way, the other one's going toward the right. So yeah, they are definitely different heads. Even though some folks have thought they were exactly the same, they are not. But taking a look at the figure himself, again, he's got a really nice finish to him. This one is actually a little bit more shiny than the Big Bad Toys one. This one is a matte finish, pure matte finish. This one does have a little bit of a satin shine to it, but that's okay. It's really nice. This gun holster I have seen does fall off if you're not careful, so I'm not going to be moving this leg because that'll pop this off. Although it's an easy fix, you just crazy glue it back or whatever and it'll be fine. His legs, you know, this is a perfect representation of what Earthworm Jim looked like in the game. This is exactly what he looked like, and it's great. I love it. I used to have even though I was no longer a kid when Earthworm Jim came out, he was so entertaining to me that I actually did buy the Playmate figures because I just thought he was so cool. And it was so funny and oddball and off the beaten track that I thought it was definitely worth a purchase at the time. You know, now we have this version of it and I'm happy. The tilt is a little tight. I'm not going to play around with it too much because I know that these straps will pop. But yeah, he's very posable and very, very good looking figure. And so that's Earthworm Jim. These are the Snots. This is the action Snot. This is the one where he's swinging from his backpack. Now, I am going to say that this action Snot thing, this action Snot is from, it was not in Earthworm Jim 1. This was from Earthworm Jim Part 2. Because in Earthworm Jim 1, he used to just use his head to swing. He used his head sort of like a rope and a whip. So he was actually able to swing from area to area just using his head. But in the second part, they actually used Snot. And let me tell you, this is not just a flat green. He's got gradient in there. There's some yellows, some nice highlight to this. And this is just a very simple piece, but they did a really nice job on the paint job on this one. And then this is the Snot when he's just resting in his backpack. Very cool. Again, also the same kind of painting style where he's got a gradient in there. Really, really good. Let me put this back. And then you have regular Snot. And this is fantastic. Take a look at the paint job that they did on this figure. This is a very simple, like, little glob, but he's got gradient everywhere. Very nice darks and light greens, yellows. Very clean, very nice. And this is definitely really well done quality for a simple little add-on figure. I love this. This is great. And now Snot was not a major character in Earthworm Jim 1. In fact, he did show up in Earthworm Jim 1, but if you don't know that that's Snot, you wouldn't know. But there's one platform at the very end of the game when you're fighting the Queen Slug Fur Butt, and it's just this little green glob with eyes just rotating, helping you fight the Queen. That's Snot. That's his one appearance in Earthworm Jim 1. He was that platform that helps you kill Queen Slug Fur Butt. All right, and I put him side by side with the Playmate figures. And as you can see, they're within the same like size range, a little bigger, but nothing too off-putting. And yeah, it fits perfectly. I switched out the head for the exploding head. I think that looks really, really funny. And putting Major Mucus next to Snot so that they can duke it out. You know what's funny is that when I first played the game, I swore that it was Snot that was helping Earthworm Jim during their Earthworm Jim's bungee jumping battle with Major Mucus in the first game, but it wasn't. Earthworm Jim was hanging off a rope. So I completely forgot that Snot was only, you know, really used as a traversing device in the second game. I thought that he was part of that bungee battle, but he wasn't. It's just a string that Earthworm Jim was tied to. All right, so here is my Earthworm Jim squad completed. I did place an order for this Playmates version of Earthworm Jim. It was only the body and the gun, and I think I got it for like $7 because it didn't have the head with it. But I figured I have so many Earthworm Jim heads, I would just figure out some way to attach it to the body, and I did. I actually have some flesh tone tape, and I wrapped it around his ball joint, and there he goes. He's a Earthworm Jim in the Playmate body. Very, very cool. And as you can see, the art aesthetic is the same. The only difference obviously is that as this figure is from the 90s, the articulation is very limited. But as you can see, the wash and everything that he had back then was very good. All the painted details they did were really nice on the body. And the head as well. The reason I chose this head is because this is the head style that he had as the vintage figure. So I figured I would just use that as the head for the Playmate body. And check it out. I got a full Earthworm Jim squad. And yeah, it looks really good. Along with these other ones. Obviously, this one has more articulation, but it does still have some of the blue wash on it to bring up some of the details. But this one has the most, obviously. Now, the story of the reason the design of the Earthworm Jim that was like this, where he was a big, beefy upper body, but scrawny legs, was simply an animation thing. In order to get the animation exactly to where Shiny wanted it, this was the design that they went with. He went through a couple of iterations, one where he's big and muscular, one where he's really fat. And unfortunately, you know, the animation was just too much when the sprites were that big at that time. So it wouldn't fit on the cartridge. And so this was actually the perfect balance for the figure in order to get him as animated as they wanted, and have him move around and look really, really good. I mean, the animation on this like 16-bit video game was amazing for its day. And it still pretty much holds up today. I really wish they would just re-release the classic games. You know, even without like a remaster, without any upgraded graphics, just re-release it as it is, because it was amazing. And you know, it's unfortunate that once the 3D market really kicked off, you know, Earthworm Jim, the makers of Earthworm Jim just could not find a way to make it work, because I think this would have been, you know, amazing, bringing him into the 3D market, but they just couldn't do it. I don't know if it was the writing team, the design team, whoever it was, they were just not up to the task. So I think instead of wasting their time, you know, trying to make it into a 3D platformer, they should just go back and do like Castlevania, you know, do a Metroidvania style game where it's, you know, 2D platforming, but the animation is so good, like you don't care that it's 2D. I think that would be amazing. And, you know, I think Earthworm Jim definitely deserves a new game. I think it's high time that we bring Earthworm Jim back. And one of the nice little details of this Playmate figure is that you could take this blaster. Oh, by the way, I painted that yellow because the blaster came all red for the vintage one. But the blaster actually fits in his holster. You can actually put his gun in his holster, which unfortunately you can't do with these premium DNA figures. But in any case, they still, obviously, they still look awesome. But yeah, it was nice that the Playmate allowed you to holster his gun. I wish there was somewhere on here where you were allowed to holster the gun on these Earthworm Jims. Here's Earthworm Jim protecting his boo from Psychro. And yeah, again, changing his face to the angry face. I love it. I think this is fantastic. I love what they did here. I was a big fan, again, of Earthworm Jim. I had the game, I had a few of the figures, and I actually submitted artwork when I found out that they were doing a comic. A friend of mine was an intern at Marvel Comics, and he had told me that they were doing an Earthworm Jim comic, and he told me to, like, you know, send in some of my artwork. So I actually did a couple of pages from a script that they had that they gave him for the submission. Unfortunately, they didn't go with my artwork. You know, they went with another artist, but, you know, didn't change anything. I love Earthworm Jim. He was definitely one of my favorites. I drew him a lot at that time. and I'm glad that Premium DNA were able to faithfully recreate this figure. You know, it's unfortunate whatever their situation is as far as the company is concerned, you know, and I do hope that everybody who pre-ordered the figure is still going to get their figure. But you know, but I'm happy to have gotten this. I mean, you know, I wasn't, when I heard they were making them, I was like, yes, you know, it looks like it's going to be a great Earthworm Jim. But then I saw that the price point was about $60 each. The head pack was like $40. I was like, oh, nah, they priced me out. But no, you know, I saw this on AliExpress, and, you know, I knew I was able to get all three of them for the price of one figure. Then I said, why not? And I already had Psycho and Princess what's her name, so I was like, ah, nice. I can put them all back together again. Here we have Princess what's her name telling him, don't worry about that wardrobe malfunction. I kind of like the look of it. And he's all like, groovy. Silly as hell, but I love it. I love it, I love it. They were able to do this look so cool. I'm so happy to have this in my collection. All right, here goes Earthworm Jim with some of my goofy, cartoony style figures that I have. I think this looks fantastic. I think they're gonna look really, really well together. Captain Carrot from McFarlane Toys. Sun Wukong, League of Legends. Usagi Yojimbo from the Turtles Playmate Toys. These mini He-Man, Man-at-Arms, Skeletor, and this mini Doom guy. All of them looking really, really cool together here with my Earthworm Jim. Really nice little cartoon squad I got going on here. Love it, love it, love it. This looks fantastic. All right, let's wrap this up. And I really, really do hope that you enjoyed this look at the Premium DNA Earthworm Jim. And again, I am so happy to have this in my collection. I did not expect to have this because when Premium DNA announced it, and I was really excited, but then they said it was going to be like $55, $60. And that's, you know, if you order from them or Big Bad Toys, you're also going to be paying for shipping. So you were looking at about $65 to $70 per figure. I was like, wow, nah, man, you guys priced me out. But, you know, I'm glad that I saw that they were up on AliExpress. And after watching a few videos and, you know, confirming that these were those figures, it was an easy purchase for me, and I was able to get the 3-pack for less than the price of one figure. You know, getting these for like, you know, $53 with shipping included, versus, you know, $65 to $70 is a big difference for one figure. So here they are. I have the whole Earthworm Jim crew that is important to me. And as far as like getting the other figures, Psycho, Bob the Killer Goldfish, and Professor Monkey for a Head, I don't know if I'm going to get those. I already have a Psycho here, so not sure if I'm going to go about getting those. I think I'll just stick with the Earthworm Jim. Maybe Professor Monkey for a Head, only because he's the only figure that never got made. So he might be nice to have. But in any case, I'm really, I'm super happy with this. And I hope you enjoyed this look at Earthworm Jim from Premium DNA from AliExpress. And if you feel that I've earned it, please give me a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye.